Hello, all concepts. I hope that you are doing well. Today I'm back to go over the book that hopefully we're all reading, which is What the Heck is EOS? We're in chapter 3, which says, the title says, Do you see what they are saying? Who is you? You is you. They is me and the leadership team. So we've been going through this process. We have a meeting coming up, our quarterly meeting next week. But this chapter talks specifically about the VTO, which is the Vision Traction Organizer. It's designed, I think it was Alice in Wonderland. The question was asked, which path do I take? And seems like there was a cat wise person said, where are you going? And Alice said, I don't know. He then responded, what path does it matter if you don't know where you're going? So we wanted to define our path as to where we're headed as a company, share that information with you because you're a large part of us achieving that. So I'm going to go over our VTO with you and share some of the highlights of it. Some of this you already know. The first is, what are our core values? We've been talking about that. We gave awards at the end of the year for people that demonstrate those core values. Excellence, fun, growth, integrity, service, and teamwork. So that's our foundation of our being. We all need to be comfortable demonstrating those. Excellence, how it is that we do our work, whether we're communicating within the company, communicating outside the company, manufacturing, fabricating, billing, paying, whatever it is that we might be doing, drawing, we need to be doing it with excellence. How would you define excellence? Doing it better than others. We don't want to be good. We want to be great. We want to do our work with excellence. Having fun while we do it. We spend a lot of time at work, frequently more time at work than we do with our own families. And so we need to have a good time when we're here. Growth, we want each of you to be able to improve personally, professionally. So we want to give you the room to do that. What you do is so critical for us. Let us know ways that we can help you grow in what you do. Integrity goes without saying. Troy's most passionate core value that he shared, which is being forthright in our heart. Service, what I've always said is our greatest strength. It's from the heart of Troy and Tony. What attracted me to them is their heart for service. So that's servicing each other within our company and servicing those that are outside our company, our customers, our vendors, having difficult conversations when we need to have them, but in the end, doing work with excellence and communicating well. Teamwork, we all play for the same team. So there's no competition. There's healthy competition. I don't mind healthy competition within the organization, but we all have to remember we're on the same team. We're all a part of moving all concepts forward. So that's our core values. There's eight things that I'm answering here. Core focus. So we identified our core focus, which are two. These are a little more subjective in manner, but there are opportunities for life transformation. So we are privileged. There's three basic necessities in life: food, shelter, and clothing. We're involved in shelter. So we're giving opportunities for life transformation. People's homes, improving their kitchens and bathrooms. Honestly, where we spend a lot of time, perhaps most of our time, So we have the opportunity to help transform those spaces, as well as the opportunities that you have here, for life transformation, being proud of the work that you do, getting better at the work that you do, learning, and sharing that learning in the way that you do your work. Our niche market is simplified solutions for custom living spaces. So the number of choices that are made, a home, when building a home, there was a study back in the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in the neighborhood of 35,000 pieces go in the construction of a home. And our homes are even a little more complicated now. But that means somebody is making up their mind what 35,000 pieces to put into the construction of a home. So we're responsible for cabinets and countertops. So helping simplify that solution for our customers, that's just one of our greatest strengths and greatest abilities. We have some tremendous customers and have added to that group, and again, searching for recurring customers, which comes into our marketing strategy. So it's asked to define our target market. I'm going to read this to you. Our demographic is mid-size residential builders. So generally that's 25 to 200 homes per year. The geographic location are Southeast states: Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Alabama, with a focus north of I-285 between the I-75 and I-85 corridors. We currently serve people in all of those states. Psychographic, customers that prioritize communication, product offerings, accurate delivery times, efficient turnaround time in both cabinets and countertops. That's what we're aiming for. I would say we're hitting it on at least 80% of our business. Our three unique attributes: it's a one-stop shop for both countertops and cabinets, simplified selection and design process, honest and frequent communication. So think about the things that you can do, to help deliver this extraordinary product to our customers. We have a 10-year target. Our target, that's what it says in the book. Ours is actually an 8-year target. Has a little bit to do with my age, for one. Where did my 10? Here it is. So $20 million in collections with a $3 million profit. That is our objective as a company and where we're headed. We further focus that by having a 3-year picture, which is the end of 2024. So that picture is revenue of $10 million, profit margin of 12%, measurables. That means manufacturing 10,000 cabinet boxes and fabricating 100,000 square feet of countertops, and that means handling 3,200 slabs. So those are our measurables, which we are tracking. Part of this is a work in process of figuring out how that matches with revenue and what's required to do that. Our 1-year plan, which we're in the midst of here in 2022, was revenue of $8 million. I'm happy to report that we exceeded $4 million in the first 6 months of this year. And that's roughly $1 million over the same 6 months of last year. So we needed that but we were operating in an unprofitable manner, which was not sustainable. So we're certainly headed in the right direction. Our measurables are 8,000 boxes and 80,000 square feet of countertop space, which is 2,500 slabs. A goal for the year was to roll out EOS to the entire organization. That's part of what we're doing right now, implementing our new brand. We've gone from all stone concepts to all concepts. Our cabinets don't necessarily have stone in them. So we wanted a clearer message with our branding. Create employee award program to nurture core values. We started that toward the end of last year. 90% of our job files are 100% complete and verified prior to production. I know that's one of the biggest stressors for us, whether it be hardware for cabinets or sink sizes for our countertops. That's important information to have up front. It can be a hard decision, but it doesn't mean that it can't go ahead and be made. So our administrative staff is working to gather that information. When we began this process, we had one CAD person, so we identified the need for a CAD department. So selecting a CAD and estimating manager, we did that, and that is Cliff Evans. Cliff hired Joyce, and Priscilla moved from in the shop up front into the CAD department. So we've achieved that. Increased repeat business revenue to 75% or greater. I'm happy to report that we're at 80% of our business is recurring. So that's our builders and contractors, which is our primary target audience. 50 employees sitting in the right seat with the right attitude and a firm belief in our core values. I guess I should have looked up specifically how many people we have, but we're grateful. We have chosen those of you that are here. We appreciate the work and the efforts that you do. The next thing is our quarterly, they're called ROCs. So again, we'll be having a meeting next Wednesday off-site. Our goals for the second quarter were $2.34 million of revenue. We actually had $2,250,000 of revenue. So just $90,000 shy of our goal. But again, it was a great increase over last year. Our goal was 2,800 boxes. That was probably an estimating error on my part. We actually produced 1,748. We fabricated 14,220 square feet and handled 465 slabs in the countertop shop. So again, we're working to determine these metrics that we can follow and project based on. So the last component of our, our vision traction organizer is our issues list. So these are some of the challenges that we face as a company. Our information system is one, affirming whether or not it is the right system to be in place. The second is our PEO. So we're paid by Fab Crew. We had some difficulties early on in the year with our health benefits for those that enrolled in healthcare. So do we stay? We changed from ADP to CertaPay. The question is, do we stick with CertaPay or go back to ADP or try somebody else? We made the change trying to improve our service, and I think that has occurred in some degree. It was a rocky start, but we also were very late in making the change. So we're currently acting on that. We also mentioned the desire to all be on one campus together. So we'll be working diligently in the next few months on a plan to have all of our operations on Browns Bridge Road in the next 2 years. So these are some of the issues that we're working on as a leadership team. So at the end of this chapter, page 66, questions to ask your manager, and I encourage you to ask your managers, how can our department help achieve the company vision? Well, that box count, the countertop count, having 9% of the orders with 100% of the information, CAD drawings being correct. All those things are ways that you can help your department achieve the company vision. What role do I play in achieving that vision? Ask yourself, what is it that I do for the company that nobody else does? Really, that's what the question is. What is a critical piece that I do? We talked about in teamwork, the hand can't say to the eye, I don't need you. The ear can't say to the foot, I don't need you. Every one of you is a crucial part of the success of this organization. So we want to make sure you have a clear picture of what is expected of you, what your role is comprised of, and make sure that you have the tools and resources for you to do your work well. And then what is our greatest challenge in achieving our vision? Being in one location. We live in a crazy supply chain stressed world. Ted today is having to order materials from vendors that we don't customarily use simply because our regular vendors don't have the product. This is for the countertop shop in particular. We've had delayed deliveries of some materials. Some materials come in the cabinet shop, supposed to be finished materials, and it comes in, as rough as a cob, as they say. So it's been a real challenge for Ted, and he's pulling a heavy load at this time. So Ted, thank you for your efforts. Coming up, when I come to you again, we'll be going to chapter 4, which is who's doing what, the accountability chart. So you have that to look forward to. I know this has been a little bit longer message today. I appreciate you listening. And again, I really hope that you're reading along in the book. It's not a difficult read, but it does require a commitment on your part. So we bought these books because we thought it'd be helpful for you, your career, and our company. Again, thank you so much for all that you do, for all concepts. We love and appreciate every one of you. Thanks, and have a great day.